Hello there, my name is WookieNR, and welcome back for another round of Minecraft. I did this before. You saw me attempt and fail at a hardcore mode world, which, again, for those of you who don't remember, hardcore mode is the, basically, you only get one life, you can't respawn, things become a lot more difficult to do, and I decided, at first it was just doing this again on my own, just because I wanted to, just to see how far I could get, and I'm getting surprisingly far, on this, with only this hardcore mode. I found this village. It's kind of close to my house that I have in this world. My house is basically just a little cave that has the essentials set up in it. You know, bed and oven and crafting table and, you know, chest and stuff like that. But there was one thing that I really wanted to show you guys, because I haven't been able to properly show you guys this at all. And this happened a little while ago for me. This was just, to me, this was an interesting village. Ooh, that sounds like a wandering salesman, possibly, or just a alpaca somewhere. But I was playing the game, as, you know, as normal. Oh, no, that's just a villager. Okay, it sounded like... No, there was definitely an alpaca somewhere. Normally, ringing that bell, what that does is it notifies you to when I upload. No, but, ringing the bell, it basically alerts the villagers to, you know, it being night or whatever, and that causes them to disperse and they run to their houses. But this was just an interesting village to me, because it's like, you look at the different houses and stuff, and like, they don't actually have windows or anything. And I don't think I've ever really come across a desert village, or at least I haven't come across one like this. But I wanted to show you guys something. I've mentioned them before, but the raiders, which they're basically, they look like villagers, and yeah, they look like villagers, except they're gray. They have like these crossbows, and that's what they use. And they come in groups of like 3 to 4, depending on, like, you know, where you found them. But I found a group of them over close to my house. And so I went over, I kind of separated them out a little bit, just so that I didn't have to fight all of them at once. Because when you're fighting things in this version, in the hardcore mode, you have to be a little bit more strategic about things. Because, like I said, it's harder, and it's a lot easier to get killed in this mode. But, you know, I did this, one of them has always got this banner. He's got a banner that's, like, strapped to his back. And I got rid of him, dealt with him, and then I picked up the banner. And this is the ominous banner. And so I'm going to show you guys, because it does this cool thing, or at least to me it's a cool thing, where I don't think it works outside of villages. It may not. I mean, it may only work in certain villages, because I've done this before, because I found, in one of my earlier worlds, before I actually started recording Minecraft, I found, or I had a couple of the different ominous banners, because I ran into the raiders beforehand, and I was curious because I had no idea what they were. There's a lot of different enemies and stuff that I still haven't technically run into yet, that I would like you guys to see. I'll, like, see a bunch of them at some point. But dealt with them, and got this banner, and I set it up, like, close to my house, because I'm just like, this is an interesting thing. I didn't know banners existed to begin with. And so I took the banner, and set it up. Like, let me go out here. I'm gonna go out here on this hill real quick, just to see if this works, because I want to make sure that I'm outside of the village before I try this, because it works occasionally. Well, it doesn't work when you're outside of a village, I don't think. I'm not certain because I don't normally do stuff with... Yeah, okay, so I'm not inside the village, and putting it down, it just, you know, it just sits there. But I pick it back up, and I go into this village. I'm gonna try and be really careful, but there's no guarantee that I will survive or any of these villagers will survive. But yeah, and like these ones, they're different. So I think this is like this is just the normal villager for this area. That's what they look like, which is just really cool to me. They're interesting looking. See, okay, this one's different. He's got a thing on. Oh, so he's a butcher. Oh, that's interesting. I didn't know that they had butchers. Oh yeah, because yeah, you go in here, and this is a smoker technically, and then he's got like a farm out back, a pen. But yeah, that was like these guys have a couple different like animal pens, and they're like substantial animal pens, which I was just really interested by. But it's like you see these things, and you don't normally think about these things. He was under the tree when it became daytime, so he was still hostile. Okay, good. I was pretty certain that I had accidentally hit one of the villagers, so I thought that it might have turned the guy against me, the golem against me, because that's what happens. Alright, so we'll see if this happens, because it's happened to me in the past. But, like, you set up one of those banners, the ominous banner, inside of a village, and all of a sudden... Doesn't appear to be happening, which is weird. It's just confusing. I did it, like I said, I did it in one of my worlds, my old worlds, and I set up the banner. Now wait. I guess not. I don't know. No. Okay, there's nothing to that. Maybe if I set it up on a higher point or something, I don't know. That's strange. Unless it has to be a specific type of village. I don't know. But what happened... What was that? I set this up, and all of a sudden, you could see at the top was this, there was this bar that was like, I don't remember what it said, but it was something about raids, raider, like, whatever health. Okay, so there is a freaking alpaca somewhere. I think it's down here. It's gotta be down here somewhere. Oh, yeah, there he is. He's hiding. It's Wandering Trader. I love the Wandering Traders. They're so cool. Fire coral block. Oh, yeah, so I forgot about that. Coral reefs are a thing. I haven't really come across one because I don't normally spend too much time. Oh, yeah, they've got a cat. Where's the cat? It seems like every village has a cat. And I love the cats. The cats are wonderful. There you are. It's a little Siamese cat. But yeah, do that, and I did that. It set up, and all of a sudden, like, different, like, it would be swarms of them. Different, like, small groups would come from any side of the village and would attack the village, and me, and I'd have to fend them off. Which to me, there was just an interesting thing. It was just a strange and interesting thing. I don't know if there's like some specific thing that I have to do to summon them or what. But it was... I'm gonna go see if... Because I think the group that I fought was a group of 3, but I only had gotten rid of 2 of them because I think the third one kind of split off. But yeah, I was playing this, in the like secret to doing this one, doing hardcore mode is just you have to be very, very careful. And I think sometimes that your spawn, it helps you either way in any version, but your spawn helps you so much. I got a decent spawn. I just spawned in one of the normal forests, but did that, and you got it. You instantly, there's these things that you instantly do. At least veteran Minecraft players, they know that instantly you gotta gather wood and you gotta do whatever, make these specific things before you start doing things, and then you start gathering food or whatever you need to do to make sure that you'll live. Because that's your first thing before you start trying to do anything fancy, is survival is your number one thing. I know I made my house a little bit brighter. Where is it? I know I follow this river. There it is, I think. I follow this river and it leads to a pond that's in front of my house. Yep, okay. But I got kind of lucky, so the area that I'm in has it had a bunch of different tunnels and stuff. Oh yeah, and I've got some wheat that I'm growing. But I find them... Oh, I just had a thought. Maybe it's because I didn't kill all of the raiders. But I blocked off parts of the tunnel, because there was multiple entrances to the tunnel. I blocked off all the entrances to it and cleared it out and made it so that I could use it as a home. And I did what I normally do. Normally for a first night home type thing, I won't do the thing where you dig a hole in the ground and you sit in it. You cover up your head and you sit in it. I don't do that, because then you can't get anything done for however amount of time. But yeah, I dig into a hill so that I can do stuff and try and survive, and sometimes I'll start digging down into the ground and making a small mine just to see if I can get stuff. I want to say he had to have come over. He came over this way because I saw him kind of disappear behind the... unless he died. I don't think he did, though. Because I drug the other guys. I brought them over here and brought them around and was fighting them off that way. Because I really just didn't want to deal with all 3 of them at once. Because it's just there's too many. The crossbows, they take longer to load. But I believe they do more damage. If I remember correctly. But yeah, they take longer to load and stuff, but they do a bit more damage. I'm gonna see if I can find this guy, because he's interesting. There was also, I have a creative mode world where I'm just playing around with stuff, and that I might do some stuff in that just so you guys can... So if there's different things that I want you guys to see or want to do, like I did, I went and as I was trying to remember how to do some things, like finding the end portal, because there's you have a specific way to do that, because it is a found thing. You can't make it in just the survival mode, but there's a specific way to get there, and specific things that you need to do. So if I went to the end, I fought the Ender Dragon. The end is supremely hard to do in survival difficulty because it's just so it's everything is very high up, and the end normally is pretty much fine. You don't have to deal with too much. Your biggest threat is the Ender Dragon, because the only other enemy in the end is Enderman, and as long as you don't like stare at them for too long, or whatever, or hit any of them, they won't bug you. But that's where Endermen come from, is from the end. But they can go like in any world they want to. So you can find them in the Nether and stuff too. I want to say, yeah, I did a couple other things when I was playing with some different things, because there's like different animals and stuff like that I haven't found yet that are just incredibly hard to find or something. But you know what? I'll hop over to that world real quick. I'll log off of this one. I'll hop over to that one real quick. Okay, here I am. So, like I said, I guess I just found this. Oh, you know what? I could test this here, maybe. But, oh, I think I have to make that, though. Banner. I don't know how to do the banner stuff, because I've never played with them too much. The only time I've actually played with them was when I got one in my one world that's technically it's out of date now. I was, like I said, I was just playing around with stuff. Like, I got these cats, domesticated a few cats. I was playing with some other things. The horse. I made this stuff. But the armor on this horse I actually found. Because I don't know why, for some reason, I would fly around this world, and then I'd look for cave openings, and I would go through them, and I found several dungeons, and for some reason every dungeon that I've found recently each dungeon has a spawner in it. It has a spawner in the middle of it. And normally there's several chests of goodies in there for you. And every one of them that I've found recently has been a skeleton spawner, which is the worst thing, because as you all know, I absolutely hate the skeletons. They're like the worst enemy to me. I don't know why. Besides baby zombies. What was this to? I don't remember. Oh, I guess this was just me randomly digging. Yeah, because I'll do that occasionally, if I'm playing creative mode, because sometimes I just, I can't really think of what to do. So I'll just dig, and sometimes you get kind of lucky because there's the chunks won't load fully, so it'll be like, I'll look around and be like, okay, over there a certain distance, and then down whatever distance is like I look for where how you seeing it's loading in like that. But occasionally if I go fast enough, I can basically outrun the top level of loading, and I can see cave systems beneath the ground. And I've done this in the past, and it's slightly cheating, but it's whatever. See, like that. That's a tree. I think that's a tree. Oh, that's a cave system. Yeah, you can see the cave systems and stuff. Or that, which was kind of more or less because of the river there. But you play around with those. But here, I will spawn some different things. Yeah, like I said, I went into the end. I was playing in the end. The end is supremely difficult to do, especially with just, what I did, I don't know why, but I got to the end portal, went to the end, because you have to finish the end portal with different things. go into the end, and then you, like, spawn in this, like, room before it. And then I built a, like, enchantment room and like, hid in that and would, basically build things, or I tried to enchant things because I was trying to figure out what, like, the best things were working, or would work against that. There are some things that aren't exactly, like, I have not run into, or I've run into them once, and it's just for some reason really hard to run into them without being in the creative mode. So I'm gonna... This is another wonderful thing about creative mode. So, boop, and now it's daytime again. Parrots. I love parrots. The parrots are so amazing. You know, they're I think they're fairly new. I want to say they're fairly new. But you just spawn a whole bunch of them. I did this in the end, and I was just kind of annoying the Ender Dragon and the Enderman with a whole bunch of parrots. They're funny to me. They're funny. I don't think I could ever own a parrot personally, but, you know. What is that? That's not a monster. What is that? Oh, you know what? I think I know what that is. Wait a minute. Yeah, okay, yeah, that's what I thought. So if you look at it... Oh, sorry, buddy. There's a little guy in there. I don't know exactly what he does. Oh, he teleports! That's cool. I didn't know he did that. But I found him in the end. Found those guys in the end. And they're kind of weird piston things. I don't know if they have any damage or do any damage. I hear a baby zombie. And something else. I don't know what else I hear. These guys, skeleton horses, you can, I don't remember how this works, but you can occasionally, you'll run across a, basically, entire group of skeletal horsemen that will mess you up. They're not fun to play with. I'm just telling you that now. I don't remember where exactly they spawn, though. There's a couple other different things. We've seen slimes. I don't remember what a stray is. There's pandas. Pandas are great. Mushrooms. I've told you what those things are. They're literally just a cow. They're a red cow with mushrooms on its back, and if you milk it, instead of just getting milk, you get mushroom stew. Zombie horseman. I don't... oh, no, that's zombie horse. Oh. Vex spawn egg? You know what? We'll look at that. What's that? Oh, that's interesting. Oh, it's like a weird skeleton thing. Evoker. Oh, yeah. I don't know exactly what these guys do. I'm certain they would do something like if I was in survival mode, but... And I don't know where you find them. Pandas. You can make pandas. Oh, and the pandas are really derpy. You know, just like pandas in real life. Okay, I want to see if this one does it. I know I've seen them, the little ones do it. I don't know if the big ones do it. But they'll tumble. They'll just randomly tumble. Come on. Tumble, please. I know every single panda video I have ever watched. In the beginning, you're watching it and you know something bad's gonna happen. Pandas just breed chaos. They're such derpy little animals, but yet they always breed chaos, and I don't know how. Wait, no. What is that thing? Whoa! That is so weird. I don't know what you are. Whoa. It's laughing at me. I've seen these guys before. I've seen phantoms. But in my own personal world, they fly in, like, groups of, like, I don't know how many, but they fly in big groups of them, and they only, you know, as you can tell, they're a night spawn thing. Oh, yeah, we already did. Okay, so these things, this is a guardian. You only find them in the ocean temples. That's why he's flopping around like that. But you find them in the ocean temples. They like shoot lightning. It's crazy. Can't spell. Oh my gosh. It bugs me if it's not spelled correctly. Salmon Ravager. I think that's what I'm thinking. It's not a... Oh yeah, I've played with polar bears before. But they're not very fun, let me tell you. There, of course, you find them in a polar environment. If you go, there are specific ice biomes where it's just a whole lot of, like, glaciers and stuff. You'll occasionally get those guys. And they're kind of annoying. Because normally, like the baby ones, they'll leave you alone. They don't care about you. But then you, if you get near the big ones, they'll don't let the mama see you, because mama will mess you up. Wither skeleton, which zombie villager, zombie pigman. I've never seen a zombie horse. I'm curious about that. I think we've seen a lot of the other ones. So that's a... I don't know what that is or what he does. He doesn't, like... You don't... There's several different, like almost... I want to say... Ooh, what are you? You're like a big bull thing. I have never seen you before. What is that noise coming off of you? There's a polar bear. And it's bigger than a polar bear. Oh my god. Here's the pillagers. Yeah. So the pillagers, you get like groups of 3 or 4 of them. And one of them always has a banner on it. I wonder if I... I guess not. Okay, I was about to say, I wonder if I spawn enough if I'll get one with a... Oh, that's just a zombie horse. It's just a green horse. That thing is freaky. I'm waiting for the, there's supposed to be I'm currently on the 1.15.2 update. My thing is supposed to be set to instantly update. But in the 1.16 update, there's supposed to be a couple different new things. And I can't wait to see them. There's other random different things that I have been trying to find just so that I can show you guys them. Like, one of them is a like hidden mansion thing that's supposedly will randomly spawn in like this type of, it's like the dark forest or whatever, and it's supposed to be like the ones that have very thick, like, you walk in and it's basically always night in here technically, so lots of monsters can be in here. And then one other type of woods I don't remember, but there's a whole bunch of random other different things that have been added that over time that, you know, I stopped playing Minecraft for quite a while just because, you know, other different things happened and I didn't have a computer to play it on. I'm sorry. It's getting pretty late for me, but yeah, I didn't have a computer to play it on, so I didn't really play it because, you know, I couldn't play it. I could play it on like my Xbox and stuff, but you know, the Xbox received it received updates later than. Ooh, what's that? Oh, he's got a shovel. I saw he was like he looked like he had something, but I couldn't tell he's got a shovel. But yeah, those are just some of the, like, I really wanted to see if that would work, and I don't know why it didn't work. That kind of upsets me that didn't work. I would like to find a coral reef. I found one before. Hey, sea turtles. Yeah, they have sea turtles. I don't know what they give you. I just know they're sea turtles. But there's supposedly different areas. I've found one before, but it's been a while since I've found one. But there are coral reefs that are really cool. They're all like bright and shiny and glowy and stuff. But they're really cool areas just to be in. I don't understand these. Okay, these bits of... There's different... The water is different in some of these areas. They're kind of cool. I think I've shown you guys the drown before. Oh yeah, hey. So you go under here. I was playing in here earlier. Apparently because of the... I can tell because of these. But this is magma. There's blocks of magma under here. And obsidian. So this is just like one of the ravines I'd find above ground. But it's like not I hear cave dwelling type things. Wait a minute. That's weird. That's strange. There's got to be a cave off of here. There's got to be an air pocket. But yeah, there's... These things are really cool to me. Oh, hey, there it is. It's not big enough to be a... Yeah, I don't think it's big enough to warrant a bat, so... For some reason, the bats in this game, they like larger environments. There's got to be something that I'm missing. Because I look at these now, and I'm like, I didn't make those. I didn't put those down. What is that? Yeah, and for some reason, it makes this weird noise. I don't know what that noise is. I'm assuming it's like if I was like in survival mode and I was down here, I'd probably be dying more than likely. Because I know that, you know, like in real life, if you were in an area like this, you'd more than likely be dying. Ooh, tropic fish. They died. But yeah, you'd more than likely be dying in an area like this because, you know, you'd be like boiling alive. Why do I hear that? It's so weird. I hear that, but I don't see the... Whatever. I just prefer being daytime. Hey! It's a mushroom island. Hey! That's what it looks like. These used to be... I want to say these, at least on the Xbox version, these used to be pretty easy to find. I hadn't found one of these earlier. This is where mushrooms spawn. On these mushroom islands. Let's see if I can find one. There they are. Boop. Mushrooms. Demon cows. You can actually, I'm gonna find... You can make them not demon cows. Look at that. He cut the mushrooms off of them and they turn into normal cows. I don't know why that amuses me so much. I've seen... Okay, I don't think it was this type area. It was something similar to this. But I've found... I can't tell you how many times I'll like... I've occasionally just done this where I start up a new... I'll start up a new creative world or whatever. Oh, yeah, here's an ocean temple thing. Kind of a small one, though. Ooh, this one's got something fancy in it. I don't know what that is. That's weird. What is that? There's a whole lot of the drowned in here. But, yeah, like... Yeah, all these different things. But you have to be able to breathe for long enough to get down here and then get back up. Yeah, this isn't one of the big ocean temples. Because there's a couple of different bigger ocean temples that you can... That some of them may occasionally have, like, air pockets in them. I saw the ice over here, so they might be an icy biome. Where I can run into polar bears. But yeah, I'll occasionally just, open up worlds like this just so I can, I'll fly around and, like, find different things, different neat things that I've never seen before. What is that? Oh, it's just another... I keep finding those. Those used to, I'm pretty certain those used to be not as common of an occurrence as they are. Yeah, you find an area like this, there's supposed to be more bigger areas that polar bears can spawn on. And like I said, you don't mess around with the mamas if you find them, because they will mess you up. Oh my god, yeah, because I think I found one in the world that I've been playing for you guys, the survival world, and they just found it and played in it, and it was crazy. There's other random different things too. I really like to find another coral reef. It's been a while since I found a coral reef. And I didn't even find it in this world. It was in some other world. But like I said, it's pretty easy to find. They're not pretty easy to find. It's pretty easy to know it when you see it. Because it's like it's a huge coral. It's like huge glowing thing, because for some reason I don't know how many bioluminescent corals there are. I'm not a fire coral, you know what? I'm curious. Okay, so that doesn't glow. I don't like staying underwater for too long, because I always feel like I'm gonna drown. Even if I'm in the normal. Yeah, for some reason, like I don't know if it's... So it's not a certain type of the corals, it's just... That's weird. I guess I can look for one later. Maybe show you guys it if I find it. Ooh, that looks like a big icy area. No, I was wrong. That's just a different color water. That's so weird. I don't understand these, like, weird changes to the water. But you know, there's probably something scientific behind that I just don't know what it is. That's actually, you know, real world relevant, but I just don't know what it is. Because they do seem to, like, at first it was, you know, they weren't trying too hard for real world relevant stuff, but then they started after a while. I mean, yeah, there are some things that aren't real world relevant things, but you know, I will call this one here because I literally started this one just because I was gonna show you guys that the raider thing, or the pillager thing, because I was hoping that it would have worked, and I didn't know whether or not, I didn't really want to, you know, slam it down beforehand to test it, and it work, and then me all of a sudden get, like, surrounded by a million of them, because then it would have been hard for me to fight out of. But I am all out of time for this one. If you like this video, please like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.